Say, okay, what are we playing? What, this is in D? Okay, you know, and we just do 3-chord specials and, you know, kind of go through it with Jeff, and he'd say, okay, these are the chords, and, you know, so then I just, you know, and ended up doing stuff, and, you know, and so the sound of this Fender Rhodes just kind of blended in with what they were doing. It had to be 86, you know, when the band was just a little ways along, and so, you know, I kind of became a member of the band, and I played pretty much with them for about 3 years. You know, I was with them the summer that we were the house band down at Beach Street Landing, you know, so every Saturday night, you know, all summer long, and it never rained that summer on Saturday night, I don't think, so we played outside, and that was a great gig. It was just a fun time to do, and people come down, and we played outside, and, you know, and if it, by chance, the weather did look a little, you know, iffy, we'd quick move everything inside and do all of that stuff, and, you know, we played some weddings and did some things like that, and they let me sing a couple of songs now and then, and you know, and I'd add a couple of songs to the numbers and stuff, but...
and Rob was okay with that?
What?
That you added a couple of numbers to the...
Well, you know, when you come and do that, yeah, no, Rob, those guys were the leaders, but I did a couple of things where I'd come in and, you know, you try and say, well, here, try this one, and, you know, and so, you know, they didn't think about doing certain songs because they didn't look at the keyboards. We did this, Tom Petty, you know, and that all came from me. And then Jeff just started doing stuff. But if you didn't have the piano, you'd never be able to do that because, you know, that's the sound that came from it. So I pick up a couple of things. I think this will work with the band. This is, you know, and so not a whole lot. No, you didn't have, you know, Rob definitely... you know, said this is what we're playing, or Rob or Jeff, or they came up with those things, and we added some stuff. But we always said Sparky owned the band, you know, because he had the truck, and we loaded everything in there, and, you know, yeah, there were very few rehearsals that I ever did. We rehearsed in, you know, we were in Sparky's basement, you know, when Sparky bought the house, and we had that, but then we practiced a couple of times when Greg lived down on Grand Avenue, down by Nelson School, and you know, we dragged the stuff down in the basement. There were a couple of Sunday afternoons where we got down there and, you know, cranked out and worked on some stuff. But, you know, half the times it's you bring up the song at the, you know, at a slow night and say, here, how about this one? Okay. And that's where it came from. Yeah. I don't think any of us ever had visions of grandeur, okay? There was no, you know, we ought to cut an album or we're going on someplace else. We just had fun playing. We liked the music we were playing. You know, and it wasn't so much that we, you know, we certainly weren't trying to, you know, make a lot of money or do anything else like that. We just had a lot of fun, and I think that transcended, you know, to the audience. And, you know, the stupid breaks in between are the, you know, that's the endearing things about the band. You know, we never go from one song to the next. You know, there's no, you know, you go see some bands and it's, you know, one set, and, you know, we're going to the next number and right into the next one. Crap, we'd never do that. It'd stop, and Robbie'd have to talk for 20 minutes in between each one and tell some story. And here, let's do this one. No, how about this? You know, and we'd do something else, and we'd say, no, okay. No, I don't want to play that one. Okay, and then we'd go into some other song. So I think the audience kind of liked that, you know, that it, you know, sometimes it was a pain in the butt. It's like, would you guys just play instead of quit doing this? You know, but it was fun. It was fun to do that, and I think we just, you know, kind of transcended that. Plus, we did let other people come in and play. And so, musician-wise, other musicians liked to come to hear Out of Control because then they'd sit in with you. You know, Floyd would come and sing Teddy Bear, and, you know, if he was in the audience, you'd bring him up and do that. And, you know... what was his name? Rob Hausman, he'd come, and, you know, there were just other guys that come in, they'd show up, oh yeah, bring them in, we're going to play this one with them, because they knew how to play that song, and, you know, it was the whole thing. It was fun to do it like that.
Okay. Yeah, we played like a set at one of the anniversary parties at the Frauenthal, and then the Rick Hicks band showed up, and just like dusted the floor with us, you know. I mean, it was just obscene, you know, what they did with us, but Yeah, it was,
I remember, though, we'd
you know,
play at J.P. Allen's and Rick Hicks would come in with his guitar. You guys mind if I play with you?
And we didn't know him. We didn't know him. And he started playing. And we're like, why would you want to? Suzanne Lane singing with us.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I remember-
Floyd Wood come up and sing with us.
I remember Jamie coming in and playing for the first time. We're going, who's this guy in all the black and comes in and plugs in a violin? And we're all looking at him like, yeah, right. And then you start playing stuff and we're like, that was at an anniversary party.
yeah.
I was up to Prickly Pear, I think, wasn't it?
No, he ended up playing at the Prickly Pear.
Well, I mean, when we were playing out there, he came out there, didn't he?
I remember when
Brian Chapman.
he
Oh,
for
Joey.
some reason, you got him into hauling all your crap up to the Hill Building for that anniversary party. He was going to charge you cartage.
Yeah, carnage. Yeah, that was it. I'm going to charge you carnage.
Over the years, how many Gregisms have we?
Yeah, Gregism.
Gregisms.
I have too many skeleton keys in my closet. That's what these people look like without the hoods on.
Yeah. We were playing a gig with, I mean, it was cracker. It was showing, and I just said to Sparky, I always wanted to know how these people look without the hoods.
Well, how about the one we played at the Double J Resort and they thought they were getting a country and western band? It was straight from the Blues Brothers.
It was straight from.
They booked the wrong band and we got up there and here it was a dude ranch weekend.
And they wanted to do the. They wanted.
And they're
the
all coming in
hustle.
with their cowboy gear on and everything, and here we are. We know like two country songs.
Where
You
that
know?
place emptied out faster and.
Oh, man, yeah. They wanted us to do
We didn't get the You'll
a
Never
Garth Brooks song. Yeah, we didn't even know who Garth Brooks was.
I think another one like that was we played at the Hilton for the GTE Awards banquet.
Oh, and they were having their contract negotiations.
Yeah. So they got.
And the company people all sat on this side, the union people sat on that side, and as soon as the dinner was over, they all left. But they gave us the check.
Oh, we made good
So we were
money.
happy.
We made great
you know.
money, so we just sat there and
We
played.
sat there and played anyway.
So we've died for a lot less money than this.
At Westside?
Yeah, I went to throw. You know how I throw the tambourine
Yeah.
and catch it?
Yeah.
Well, I threw it up and it hit his head
How did I
first.
miss that?
How did I miss it?
That's because you guys always have noisemakers.
Yep.
And you always encourage people to play noisemakers.
Okay, yeah.
And that's how I got into band, because they had noisemakers. But
See there? It's not your fault. It's not your fault.
That was their fault. So
We had a lot of friends who were musicians too, you know, Matt Van Bemmelen and just a lot of others, Rod Schaub
Mole.
and
Mole.
the Mole, Glenn Perry, and you know, just anybody who happened to be around, or if they knew we were Joey playing Wilder. somewhere, they might bring their axe, whatever instrument they played with them, and they'd sit in and play. And my aspect, you know, my thought about it was, if they sounded like crap, they made us sound better. If they sounded really good, everybody liked it, so we couldn't lose, you know.
And then there was at the barn party, there was the woman, what was her name? She always brought a pot and she sang Proud Mary.
Proud Mary.
And she was,
no.
I don't know, you know, could have been like 6:15 at the start of the party. She was, Proud Mary, keep on rolling. Sparky was just on a jag, and he had, we always give Sparky the money, and
he was the only trustworthy one in the band.
Right, so we made all the money. I remember he was drunk or something, and I walked up and he just threw the money at us.
It's not about the money.
And then he was like so mad about something he couldn't, and he just stormed off and he got in his truck outside of what is now Forcanos and just peeled rubber and went down Western Avenue. Of course, it's a dead end. Then he turns around and squeals back and goes up the Lakeshore Drive and goes up. And we, gathered the money. And the next day it was like, yeah, what was I so mad about? I don't know, Sparky.
I don't remember why I was mad.
You remember? Do you still have the Richard Nixon book that you used to keep the band from?
Yeah.
Sparky would keep we had a band fund to buy instruments, liquor,
equipment,
liquor.
Every once in a while.
And some liquor sometimes.
It didn't split up right.
Yeah, if it didn't split up right, and he had a blue book. It was a Richard Nixon book.
His biography.
His biography that he would put the money in, and that's where the band fund.
Like in the pages,
Between
chapter one was a couple $100.
Nobody would pick that book up.
Well, we didn't come on here and read very often, so and probably not.
So what do we got in the band fund, Sparky? He'd say, I don't know, and he'd open up the book and start shaking it, and money would fall out.
I like
Make it rain. See, I was ahead of my time.
I like some of the contracts and some of the writers that you guys used to write.
Oh yeah, Sparky was the
M&Ms, but no green ones. Stuff like that. Yeah, we want M&Ms, but no green ones.
Bondsman on retainer.
A waffle maker.
a fifth of Myers rum stolen, not purchased.
One of the riders, we had to have a rum table on the stage.
Yeah.
Hey, where'd you get that chair? That one chair down here? Oh, but we better not talk about that one.
Sure, yeah. That's probably another one we probably shouldn't talk about.
I'm pretty sure the statute of limitations has expired.
So?
Yeah. How did I end up having the porta john as my dressing room?
Oh, that was Jan.
Yeah.
The out of control access to summer celebration expires at 5:30.
Right.
Oh, there's a million stories about crazy things that happened. I remember Big Greg putting a foam frog hat on his head.
What up?
At yesteryears or something. There it was called up in North Muskegon. And he jumped up on a table to start dancing, and his foam frog hat was about this far from the ceiling fan, and we kept just thinking for sure that thing was going to get caught in the ceiling fan. And
okay.
Crazy things.
We're going to be here for a little while.
Or so many, you can hardly count them.
Speaking of a fight, Jeff thought we were going to get in a fight. One of our first gigs after J.P. Allen's or Visconti's was up at the Red Rooster. And we were playing, and at that time the door was in the front, and I saw this huge mountain man walk by the window, and he was coming in the front door, and he had, the bib overalls and everything on. And I told everybody bar, I said, somebody's coming in. When he comes in, everybody turn to the door, point at him, and laugh. And the door opens, and he walks in, everybody pointed at him, started to laugh, and then they saw how big they were, and and of course, I was still pointing at him and laughing, and Jeff thought this guy was going to come and kill me.
Well, Rob had a tendency to do some things that could have gotten us in trouble, like say something to big guy. He'd find the biggest guy and go, "Why don't you dance on your own feet for a while?" or something like that. He tried to get us into trouble as much as possible, but for some reason it didn't have divine providence.
But that guy ended up being a huge fan of the band and coming in all the time. We were up at the Rooster. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We played at their wedding. When they're still married. And Roberta did win the Spend a Day with Band contest. back in like 1987 or something like that.
So they're still playing for the kids.
She got to go with Greg and collect all the empty beer bottles out of Sparky's garage and then go get liquor and a couple of refried bean burritos from the Burger Mart.
True story.
Where's Kathy's hydration technician? Most people have a drum check. Oh, yeah. Get up off your ass and jam. Is that James Brown? No, it's Kathy.
Tell him never mind some handsome gentleman.
Never mind, some handsome guy is going to buy her beer.
I said play something good, but I just realized we don't know that one.
We got to get Dale up here, right now. And Tom, whip out that flute. We're going to do an original song.
Oh,
everybody's like, oh shit. No, that's just Kathy says old shit.
Yeah, don't pay any attention to the woman behind the curtain. She says oh shit.
You want to pull that mic down?
I met a little girl down in Mexico. Her hair was dark as the night, baby, and her eyes like the sea were gray. Her love was hot as the Mexican sun. She couldn't understand me, though I thought she's fun. Walk out of here, so sweet, so like a child. I'm gonna make this leave your arms, one day this old man going to her hometown. Man about Peter's eyes flash when he came and laid his money down. He stole my comedy back that very next day. So I write your papa and I won't clean the plate till I kill one year. So look how me so sweet now, so like a child to me. I hope to make you sweet. You know, never be so sweet now, so like a child again. I'm gonna make you see. We belong together, you and me. Little original with Tom Schaub on foot there.
And I left a note.
What did it say?
Sparky, we will meet here at 6 o'clock to pick up and set up. Signed, the organized and hard-working lead guitarist, Jeff O. and he was a band mother. He apparently, for one day, he was the band mother.
I was the band mother.
Ultimately wound up being the band mother. Was it Rob?
Well, pretty much Tom, because Tom booked most
After a while.
After
Whoever
a while.
booked the gig was the band mother.
Towards the end, it was kind of Tom.
But it was the two of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were like,
You book it. No, you call him.
yeah. Or when it was important, no, I'm talking to him about the anniversary party. No.
I think Tom doubled our money, though. That's for sure.
Yeah, he had the stones to
Yeah.
say the $1,000.